Hey guys, welcome back to Stuff and Things. On today's episode, we look at the new go-go gadget telescopic vision thing. We found the Red October, and, not to, get too over-enthusiastic, we might have actually maybe figured out the AIDS thing? On to the first story. We are actually one step closer to matching our avian brethren. I mean, we already got the flying down part, but we just need to see. It's super awesome like they do. Researchers have developed contact lenses that, in conjunction with 3D specs, allow pretty crazy magnification, up to 2.8 times. They work by having a central area be clear, normal, and then a ring, fancy setup of reflecting a little tiny aluminum pattern. Light bounces 4 times within the ring area, and then it's directed to the retina, giving you that wonderful magnification. And the whole thing is controlled with the 3D glasses. The rings themselves are polarized, so you just turn them on, boop, I got telescopic vision, turn it off, done. The main point of this technology would be helping out people with age-related blindness. People end up having a lot of damage to the very center of the lens. The outside is completely normal, so there we go, touching it, you've got vision again. Of course, other applications do come to mind, like, snooping on those neighbors. They won't know, just got cool shades on. They'll never suspect you. Up next, everyone remembers the famous Russian sub, the Red October, and of course the hunt for the Red October. How did that awesome jet propulsion system thing that nobody really got, who was actually even watching the movie? Scientists from Germany's Fraunhofer Institute have copied squids and octopuses and all that to basically come up with a very similar system. The system is called the Octopus Siphon Actuator. It's basically a set of 4 elastomer balls, which each have a little piston inside. Water is sucked through one end of the ball and shot out the other. And thrust vectoring is actually controlling the steering. So boop, 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 like a squid. The prototype itself was made entirely using this decade's favorite invention, the 3D printer. The prototype system was only 6 centimeters across, but the designers think it could actually be scaled up to 2 meters. Longer than me, I'm not 2 meters. And the biggest bonus to this whole system is, obviously it's super stealthy, nobody can see it coming. But also, it presents no danger to marine life, no propellers chopping up the poor dolphins. And finally, some of you might remember the case of the Berlin patient, the guy who just randomly got cured from his AIDS. He had a bone marrow transplant from a donor who had a particular gene in their blood type that just made them HIV resistant. This reportedly cured him of the AIDS. Awesome. Unfortunately, it was always thought of as like a hoax or something else is going on, since it's obviously the kind of first instance of it. Until now. 2 men in the United States have been reported to actually being completely cured of HIV. They're even off the drugs right now, and there's nothing in their systems. So both men had HIV for 30 years. Both men developed lymphoma and needed bone marrow transplants. Both men then got bone marrow transplants from just regular donors, none of that HIV-resistant thing. One of the patients has been free of HIV for 2 years after the procedure, and the other has been for 4 years after the procedure. And they've both gone off their antiretroviral drugs, one for 7 weeks and one for 15 weeks. And again, no HIV present in their bloodstreams. The current hypothesis for this revolves around where the actual infection propagates, where it's created. The bone marrow is where new blood cells are created for our bodies. HIV is in the blood cells. So there we go. Straight up, if you then take out the infected area, it's the classic thing. It's what we do in any kind of infection. We remove the bad stuff and then put in healthy stuff, or just let the body take care of the rest. Bone marrow, of course, a little bit tricky. This is in no way an actual cure, really. I mean, it kind of is, but doctors do stress that most people who are suffering from HIV, this isn't really a realistic option. They would probably suffer some sort of complications from the surgery, and they just might die. Of course, the best thing is just to, not get HIV. I know for a lot of the world that's kind of a different issue, but here in North America, we have options, people. Look into it. Take it easy a bit, maybe. That'll be it for today, guys. What I'd really love to know from you is, what would you do with your crazy telescopic vision? Would you be a pervert? I'm sure most people would. I mean, really, you might say something different in the comments down below, but we all know. And of course, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons if you already haven't, and check us out on the next video.